Hey, what is up, my fearless networking friend? Todd Falcone here. Well, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today I want to talk about this. And this is a really great conversation to have, whether your business is growing or your business is not growing. But this message is for people whose business isn't growing. So your business might be growing, yet you might be wondering, like, why are there some people in my business where their business isn't growing? So that's really the nature of today's lesson is what are the reasons why individuals' businesses are not growing and flourishing. And it's not that hard to figure out, okay? Now, there's more than one reason why an individual's business does not grow, but I would say for sure this is the reason, the number one reason why someone's business isn't growing. And we'll get into that. So, you know, it's interesting, the naysayers. The naysayers, or those that don't understand network marketing, will throw things out like, 99% of people in network marketing fail. And I'm always like, well, where's the research study that shows that? Do you have the evidence, the proof? Because, I mean, if you're stating an exact statistic, I would really like to see the research study that's been conducted that shows that, this specific percentage of people fail in network marketing. And they're like, I don't have that. Well, and then they start to backpedal because they don't have the answer. They never do have the answer. So it's always fun when somebody says that. But so what do we got to look at here? So who makes money in network marketing? Is it people with a really special personality? People have that an education and a background in marketing. People that are good at sales. People that are from Dallas, Texas, in Flower Mound, Texas, in a specific neighborhood. I mean, who is it? Who are the ones that win and who are the ones that lose? Please tell me. Well, it's none of those. It doesn't matter what your background is, what your age is, what your work history has been. The only factor that matters is this: the people that work the business. In fact, network marketing works for those who work network marketing. Now, okay, does it work equally? Does it work at the same pace or everybody on the same track? So if I work network marketing, it's going to be equal across the board? Of course it's not. There's a variety of different factors that are involved in the speed or the size of someone's success in any business, and most certainly in network marketing. So no, it's not the same for everybody, but I can tell you this: if you work network marketing and if you work it consistently over a period of time, it will work for you if you work for it. Period, end of story. The problem is that a lot of people are really not working their business, or they're working it sporadically, or they're thinking that they're working their business, but they're really not doing the right kind of work that's going to lead to the business being built. And so I think anybody in network marketing for any period of time, even a very short period of time, let's say a brand new person, I'll give them a month to figure this out. Not hard. The people that are out there and building their business by prospecting, exposing, inviting, sharing, that are getting their product, their business, their service in front of people, that's the right kind of work. Okay? There's different things that we do in the business, but the right kind of work is nobody's going to join my business unless I put them in front of a business presentation. If I don't invite you to take a look at my business, you're never going to take a look at my business because I never invited you to take a look. You're never going to try my product unless I talk about my product or share my product, expose my product. So kind of makes sense. Doesn't mean bare bones, just basic understanding of this business. You can't sell something that you never talk about. You can't put people into a business that you never, if you never expose anybody to your business opportunity, you can never sign. Nobody just randomly signs up in your business. So The number one reason why people do not make money in network marketing is because they simply don't do the work. They just don't do the work. They do other things. I mean, it's like, well, I work my business today. I'm like, okay, cool. What did you do today? Well, I put a post up on Twitter. I did a Facebook post. I did a Instagram thing. I did this. And I'm not saying that those don't have value. They most certainly do. And they may draw people into you. That may be part of your overall marketing strategy for attraction marketing and bringing people to you by pushing out content, which is extremely valuable. But if you don't do or execute a direct invite where you're putting somebody in front of your information, you're doing so on a consistent and regular basis, then you're truly not doing the right activities that are going to lead you to growing a business. And so, there may be people that are watching or listening to me, depending on whether you're on, my podcast or you're on YouTube or you're watching me on my website. Those are typically the places people are going to find me. And some of you that are plugging into me be like, okay, my business isn't working. Okay. And okay, well, all right. So the first place I'm going to go, and this is, so if you're in that position, you're like, no, my business isn't working. Okay. So if that's you, or if you have somebody on your team where the business isn't working, the very first place I always go, and I think this is worthy of doing for yourself and worthy of doing for others to help others, is if it's not working for you, or if it's not working for this person on your team. Like if you came to me and you said, Todd, my business isn't working. I'm like, okay, how long have you been in the business? You're like, I've been in the business for the last year. I'm like, okay, all right, fair enough. Let me just ask you this question, since you're telling me the business isn't working for you. Last 90 days, let's take the last 90-day window. How many people have you introduced to the business? And it's unbelievable, like the response you get. Well, not that many. Well, not enough. Or 3. I'm like, wait a minute. wait. You just said your business isn't working for you. But in the last 90 days, you've talked to 3 whole people? You've talked to 3 people in the last 90 days and you're wondering why your business isn't working? The reason your business isn't working is because you're not working your business. Straight up. I mean, this is like most of the time. Majority of the time and I've done this with so many people. So this isn't some random guess as to why network marketing isn't working for a person. They're not working for they're not building the business. They're not doing the right activities. They might be doing things and sharing, but they're not doing the one activity. Like seriously, if you're not talking to people about your products, you're not sharing your products, you're not sharing your service, you're not sharing your business, you're not building a business. You will not grow a business. And again, I'm not devaluing or saying that these other things like putting up curiosity posts and pushing out content, that's not an important part of your marketing strategy. Probably certainly is. But you got to be reaching out to people, intentionally inviting somebody to take a look at your business. Whether it's on the phone, on text, on Messenger, on DM, however you're going to do it, whatever it is. So that's like the number one thing, period. And so now you got, some ammunition to work with when you got somebody who's coming to you on their team saying, hey, look, I'm quitting. And you're like, quitting? What are you talking about you're quitting? And you're like, well, the business isn't working for me, Todd. I'm like, okay, well, cool. I mean, so just give me an idea. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? Well, it's just, I'm not making any money. Well, okay. Well, what have you done the last 90 days? How many people have you talked to the last 90 days? Well, I haven't really talked to anybody. I'm telling you guys right now, that if you've never done this with somebody that's coming to you, or you've never done this to yourself, if you're in that position where you're not making money and you actually are honest about it, you're going to come to the realization that, hey, I'm not making money because I ain't working the business. Now, again, I'm not saying, I didn't say this. I didn't say this is the only answer, okay? There are other reasons why people don't make money in network marketing, right? Or why their business isn't growing. But the number one reason the business doesn't grow is because you're not growing the business. Now, okay, so I'm not going to cover this in full detail on this episode, but I'll say this. Okay, so you could come back to me and you could say, Todd, look, you know what? I appreciate you asking me that question about what I've done the last 90 days. In fact, I track all of my numbers because you actually taught me to track my numbers through your Fearless Networking Prospecting Partner. Okay, so Todd, I can show you the last 90 days, and over the last 90 days, Todd, I have introduced, let's see, 306. I've prospected, and I have records of it, 362 people that I've gone out and invited to take a look at the business, and nobody has signed up. Okay, Well, first of all, the fact that the person is doing the activity is a beautiful thing. But the fact that they're not getting results clearly is not a beautiful thing, especially if it was 362 people in the last 90 days. I'm using that as a made-up example. But if you came to me and you said, look, I can tell you straight up, 362 people that I've invited to take a peek at my business, and nobody has joined. Well, Houston, there's a problem, and it's a different problem. It's not that you're not doing the work. It's not that you're not doing the right kind of work. It's that there's something that's going on in the work that you're doing that just isn't working, and something needs to change. So what we've got to then do is we've got to look at, okay, you're doing the prospecting. We got to maybe reverse engineer it or look at it and figure out where the leaks are in your boat. Are you coming across too pushy? Are you offensive? Are you not following up with anybody? Are you prospecting the wrong people? Are you even inviting them to go look at a presentation? Is the presentation that you're putting them in front of, is it any good? Does it turn people on? Does it turn people off? So there's other things that we can look at. But honestly, this example that I'm giving you rarely happens. Like I mean, somebody who's prospected that many people over like a 90-day period of time, I can't imagine that they wouldn't be getting some type of result. They wouldn't. I mean, I don't know how if you got a decent company with good products, and most of the companies out there, good. Some are better than others, but in products, some are better, some are not as good. I mean, but pretty much anybody from any company that's watching me right now, people are getting results in your company. It's not like everybody across the board, nobody's getting results. I highly doubt that. So if somebody else is getting results in that company and you're not, well, it's either that you're not doing it or it's something that you're doing that's not effective. So I think that's maybe we'll reserve that for another episode, but you can definitely reverse engineer why it's not working if you're doing the right kind of work and you're not seeing the result. But again, the number one reason why people do not get results in this profession is they're simply not doing the work. And that's unfortunate because that's part of one of the reasons why our profession gets a bad name is because you came to me and you're like, Todd, I'm going to be rich. I got this thing that I'm doing. I'm so excited about it. You got to check this out. This is amazing. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And you do it for like a week. And then next time I see you, I'm like, hey, how's that business that you're doing? You're like, oh, I'm not, I quit it. Like, wait, didn't you start it like a month ago or something? Yeah, but I quit already. And so, what's the impression that leaves upon me, this guy that's never done network marketing before? I'm thinking, well, this guy brought this network marketing business to me and he's already out of it. I don't know. Network marketing, not good. Maybe so that might even formulate an impression around the world when people fail to make a commitment. And that's there's different reasons why the industry, the profession can get a bad rap amongst people. But I think one of those reasons is, individuals that are super overzealous and then like a week later they're either out of it or onto another company and they're, the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing. Everything's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And your friends are just like, dude, keep it. They're like, network marketing doesn't work. Stay away from me. Even though it's just that you just never really made a full commitment, which is why it's not working for you. And you're trying to find the answer in some other deal and then the next deal and the next deal. And then the impression you leave upon people that have never even been in our profession is not so good. So anyhow, those are my thoughts. But again, some ammunition for you. If you got somebody on your team that they're complaining it's not working for them, chances are high that the reason it's not working for them is they're just not working for it. And you should ask that question. Okay, you're leaving, I get it. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this before you leave. What have you been doing lately? And truth is, most of those people are going to say not much or not enough. So you already know the answer. So, all right, YouTubers, what's up? If you're on my podcast, listen to me on audio. I appreciate you guys as well. And the best place to get the rest of the story and other details of this episode, other resources, right here, toddfalcone.com/episode 152. That's TODDFALCONE.com/episode 152. All right. Until next time, we'll see you.